How goes it? I got your flyer, and we are definitely interested as long as there's infrastructure, whether it's Crenshaw or the additional location. But what I need to know, what is the reasonable and commensurate rate of rent? What's the best you can do so that we can make this thing happen?
So I'll give you a quick rundown.
Please.
The ownership, I've talked to the ownership about, I have 2 offers, and I just talked to them today. The infrastructure is there, the plumbing and whatnot is there. The main thing they want is to stay, I knew it, to keep their asking. They need to be at $2, $205, I believe it's all in, including the triple net. But I can get you possibly up to 1 year free rent so you can set yourself up.
Okay. I know that the infrastructure is there. You said you have 2 offers, or are you referring to 2 things to tell me?
2 offers that I've got from 2 gentlemen that want to open up a laundromat there.
Okay.
And,
my initial. So what I do when I hear that is I do nothing. I'm not going to send you an LOI. I'm not going to get involved in a bidding war.
And the only reason why I tell you that is because I just talked to them yesterday, and then I got their bottom line. And their bottom line is, David, I need to keep a certain rate, but I'm willing to give up to a year free.
Again, I'm confused. You talk to them, meaning your landlord.
My owner.
The owner.
My landlord, yes. Yeah.
But you have 2 other offers from potential laundromat operators.
Correct.
Okay. So I don't want to get in a bidding war. I'm out.
No, look, it's not a bidding war. If you do like it, I'm giving you...
I don't like it. I have 36 locations in 3 states. I don't need to hear when I show up to buy a skateboard that there's 2 guys on the way to buy it.
No, that wasn't the idea for my comment. The idea for my comment was to give you insight on what the landlord is thinking. I wasn't able to do this for the last 2 guys, but now that I have them, now I know, and I can give you better insight than I was able to give those guys. So my point to my comment is, this is what they'd like. If you think there's something that might work out for you, then let's do something. At the end of the day, offer, no offer, it doesn't matter. The fact would be is, would it be worth it for you, or is it the right spot? Does it have what you need? But the main point to my comment was just to give you insight on what their mentality is like, because I didn't have this until yesterday.
Okay, that doesn't really change my perspective. Now, let me say this. And this is me being your advocate, not my own advocate. I'm not being selfish here. You work for the landlord. That landlord wants the best plausible operator, no matter what the business, whether it's a nail salon or a 100%. National chain or a laundromat. So in 100%. General terms, are these other 2 offers folks that already have laundromats? And you don't even have to answer.
One of them, well, I'll tell you what, the fact that you own multiple of them would put you in the front of the line.
I don't want to be in a line. I've told you that. So you're not answering the direct question. If they don't have laundromats, you're going to end up in trouble. I don't know that. I don't have a crystal ball.
They do.
Okay.
They do.
Okay.
They do have us.
Right,
they're not as many as you do.
They're not distributors. They're not looking to flip the laundromat, are they? They're not looking to fill it with equipment.
No.
They don't have initials after the name. Okay.
No, and I've actually talked to a couple of those guys too.
Yeah, well, you don't want that. The landlord doesn't want that.
No, we want to go straight to the man, not the middleman.
That's like a sublease. They're going to sell the store over and over and over again, and you're going to be stuck with a stipend when that operator fails, and it happens over and over again because they don't know what they're doing. All they're doing is creating a showroom and selling equipment in place. So
That's it. That's it. No, and that's not what we want. We want a guy that's the main guy. Like I said, you. We want a guy like you that we're talking directly to the owner. He's gonna be the one that's doing the build out, and obviously put it on autopilot type of thing. You know, let it keep running. You know.
David, I love the fact that you're offering a year free rent. I love the fact that you're offering a decent and reasonable rate for a laundromat, especially in LA, but I'm not going to do anything. If and when those other 2 offers fall through, let me know. I'm the prettiest girl at the dance. I really don't need to get into bidding wars. You can text me tomorrow or you can email me back and say, yeah, it's time to do something. If and when that happens, let me know and we'll move forward.
We'll do that. What's your name?
We talked before and I sent you an email. Did you get it?
You know what? You got me in the car, so I don't have anything in front of me.
Danny D'Angelo.
Danny D'Angelo.
Yep.
The name is familiar. Beautiful.
Thanks,
beautiful,
buddy.
Danny. So I've got all your contact.
If you think for an instant that this isn't a game, you're wrong. It is a game. All of it, right? It's a game.
You talking to me?
I hope so.
Okay. I wasn't sure. I didn't hear a goodbye, so I didn't know the
I hung up on him.
conversation was. Okay, sounds good.
We spoke to him last week.
Yep. He was the one that let us know about this laundry. I didn't know it existed.
We were talking about a different location altogether. He said, go across town and look at this other store. Here's the brochure. This is a great rate of rent. You'll make a ton of money there.
Yeah.
But he says, I've got 2 other people interested. We're not.
Yeah.
You can say I'm wrong. You can tell me I'm an idiot. You can call him back tomorrow and throw your hat in the ring, but this is not how we do this. Absolutely not.
Yeah.
We're not speaking.
It was very confusing.
But, sure. Well, and then what was your name? What?
Yeah. First, they were other 2 parties, and then they fell through.
We've been married for 3 months. I'm the one that runs the toilet paper backwards on the roll. I don't squeeze it. What
you gotta go
fuck?
over the top, not upside down.
Are you? What was your name? Wow. Oh, you caught me in the car. This dude, I don't want to use words.
All day, every day you get to do this.
Oh. And the worst part is I don't have to. This is my chosen vocation. Okay, so what do we do now? Well, I sent an email. I can't speak as to whether or not he opened it.
He did because he responded. I mean, you'd have to open it up to at least
There you
respond.
go, but he doesn't know my name. He's got a lot of balls in the air.
Yeah.
This gentleman. A lot of balls. You have 2 prospects. Are they both through the same guy, or am I scrolling further?
You're scrolling further. Let me tell you the page. It is page 24. You've already spoken to this gentleman. The only reason I know you spoke to him is because I heard a YouTube video.
Oh, my God.
And you mentioned his name, and his name is very unusual. So I was already scouting a couple of his locations, and when I heard the YouTube video, I'm like, oh, or Danny already has his contact information, and he was pretty upfront about giving you the rent.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
Very, very rarely there's so many horrific stores all over LA County, you know that, but I'm confused as to you're watching a YouTube and you see me talking to this guy. So what was the YouTube about? What did he say? Have a nice day?
At that time, it was probably a few months back. You guys were discussing a laundromat.
Different address.
Yes, north of Los Angeles in Port Hueneme. Okay. And he said, they have a lease, but let me tell you when you guys can call back, basically letting you know when that lease
here's the thing.
Up.
Here's what I'm hearing. Greg didn't say, oh, by the way, I've got another location in Huntington Beach that you should go look at. He didn't say that like the last guy did.
No.
So, again, I'm very careful when you put a store in front of me, and this is a question that should be answered for people anyway. How do you deal with the 100 clients at one? Come on. The minute you scout, you realize there's horrific, nasty, filthy laundromats all over California, all over New York,
Yeah.
all over the Midwest, and everywhere in between. But I'm not stepping on toes. If I search this address, that's what's important. We want to make sure that this address, that I don't have another client looking at the address. Yeah. So that's why,
not spoken for.
Right. Mm-hmm. That's why we do it precisely this way. And that address doesn't appear anywhere in any of my interactions with any clients in 20 years. So great news. But I got to wonder why Greg didn't say, oh, yeah, I have this other spot over here. Without
Maybe
further,
because they're so far away.
Or he doesn't give a shit. Without further ado. Sorry. Without further ado, let's call Greg and see if he's had his lunch yet. Stand by. That endless beep, beep, beep that you hear when my client is calling, I just love it. Are we dating?
I don't hear it.
You don't hear anything but a click or an interruption. What I hear is beep, 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 beep. All right, here we go. Now's your chance to sub, you people. Big outfit.
Thank you for calling Newmark Merrill. How may I direct your call?
Yeah, hey, looking to speak with Greg.
Master's calling.
Danny D'Angelo.
Danny D'Angelo. And what shopping center are you calling about, Danny?
Oh, all over Huntington Beach.
Okay, one moment.
I love the gatekeepers. Love them. Good God. I guess there's only one Greg.
Greg Jacopuzzi with Newmark Merrill Companies. Please leave a message, and I'll call you right back.
Hey, Greg, Danny D'Angelo, call my cell. You can reach me day or night. I believe we spoke in the past. Your number's in my phone. I'm looking for commercial space, Huntington Beach. That's my wireless, day or night, or you can text me. Thanks. All right, I'll keep my ear to the ground. I'll let you know. And, you know, guy number one, here's what I found really intriguing. When I said I don't want to get in a bidding war, he backpedaled as though there are no other people. You know, really, really funny the way he said, oh, I got 2 other offers. And I said, good, then I'm not going to do anything. Oh, wait a minute. You just made a threat. I called your bluff and you backpedaled. What does that sound like? This is negotiating 101. You heard the inflection in his voice.
Mm-hmm. Frantic. Not frantic, but hurried.
People want something so badly that they fall apart. They're terrible at following their own rules or perceived rules or a book that they read about and negotiating. It's like public speaking. It scares the shit out of people. Like standing on the top of a 1,000-foot cliff and diving off into the water, not knowing how deep it is. It scares people. Me? Okay, buddy. Now we give him a month and we call him back, and that'll give him the impetus to have his exit. He'll be allowed then to say, oh yeah, those other 2 people fell off the face of the earth. Let's do some business. Or he goes back to his email, doing right by the landlord, and emails us in a week and says, oh yeah, hey, we're ready to make a deal with you. Great. Because right now we can't get away from that $2.05. We can't. Mm-hmm. Because he's got the phony people waiting in the wings. I don't believe it. Especially when you listen to his words are saying, I have other offers, and his actions are saying, I'm scared to death I'm going to lose yours.
Right.
So set your calendar for 30 days. I'll talk to you soon.
Thanks.
Thank you. That's what we like to hear. All right, on to you, kids. Oy vey. Got you this time, says Jack. Yeah, I believe that's referencing the lives. I don't know when I'm going to go live, and so, of course, neither do you. Sub and then hit the little notification bell, and you'll never miss these. It's that simple. I can't help you set up your cell phone or your email. Bing bong, ding dong, it does all the things, and then you're in. Don't get in trouble filling out your TPS reports at work. If you're still on here, jump in and ask questions, and I'll happily answer them before we jump off. Hey, Danny, wouldn't it be cheaper to simply build a new building rather than do a 15-year long-term lease? What is the advantage for the infrastructure? What the fuck are you talking about? Would it be cheaper? If I built a laundromat, then I would have to pay the rent anyway. Or if you mean build a building from scratch, buy the dirt. This is a zero-sum game, and I'm sorry if I'm not understanding the question. I think I am. You could build a laundromat. In LA, where we just made the call, it's almost $9,000 for every washing machine you sink into the ground. Environmental impact fee. It's in my course. I know you haven't seen it. I know you haven't seen it. The EPA fees alone will crush you. If you're building a $750,000 home, that fee is just a line item. Big deal. The builder puts it in there, you pay it. It's part of your mortgage. Are you going to build a laundromat, though? It's the same in the Midwest, New York, LA, everywhere. The fees vary by state, but they're there. So, no. We do this. People buy laundromats every day from failed operators. Why would they buy a failing business? They just do. Their hopes and dreams are crushed when they realize, oh, they lied to me. None of these figures are correct. P&L statement about a business you know nothing about? Come on. There's people all over YouTube who are lying about what they're earning in their stores while they collect 25 cents. I hope that answers your question in toto, John. In those 15 years, wouldn't you pay more in rent than simply building out your own infrastructure? Just wondering why you run this kind of deal. John, do you personally have the money to go buy some dirt, build a building, or even buy a building and then sink $300,000 or $400,000 into that before you've bought one washer? You see people, even my clients, because I've been doing this so long, Peter's one of them. You see them scooping up every store they can and paying whatever it costs because they want the profit. But they started like you should, like I did. Well, I started buying a laundromat. It was a mistake. So ask yourself, do you have that kind of money? If you do, don't do it anyway. And then Lumberjack Landlord, that looks familiar. He says, get Danny's course. He's speaking to John. That's answered early on. Building laundromats is hugely expensive and not Danny's proven model. Just one way of doing it. It's just one way. You guys are talking amongst yourself. Another angle is, why are you focusing on existing laundromats? Why not simply... Oh, okay, here we go. I hate to be a broken record. Get the stupid course or do something else. Why not simply approach a landlord with commercial space and pay them? Oh, okay. Because then you'll be building a laundromat the same way. John, do you have $500,000, $1.5 million to invest up front? Here we go. Everybody's jumping on poor John. Top chat is where it's at. Finally got a notification of a live. Yeah, well, they're always being sent out. I can't speak to you being on the crapper. John, back again for more. So you could also, don't start a sentence with so. So you could also rent a commercial space out. The only reason why I think he wants to take over another laundry is maybe BC, it's already in a proven location. Wrong. Oh God, they're all talking. John, I will race you. Bet you $10,000 if you buy or build a partner, Danny will end up drowning you in quarters. Here's the thing. Everybody has this idea, this concept. I'm going to go do this. But if John, our friend, does have $1 million to lose, when he does lose it, you think he's going to hold up a phone and make a fun YouTube video about how he lost? Hey guys, I tried and lost. Don't do it. He won't. He'll mosey off into the sunset quietly, saying nothing to no one. And people have done that all over the world. No one likes to talk about their failures. Shark Tank has folks on one side saying, I have a great idea. I know it's going to make money. And the sharks who've already done it. And they're like, nah, get the fuck out of here. Which one are you? Everyone's on John's case in the comments. It's hilarious. Copper, black pipe, drainage, environmental impact fees for each washer. This guy's like a plant because he's genius. And he is the one that is asking these rudimentary questions that we all know the answers to already. Yes, admittedly, my method, the free laundromat, is one way, but it's the best fucking way. Each washer you put in extremely expensive. We pay none of that with this method. It's a method. Okay. John, there's a ton of other costs that come with building out a new location. Come on, John. I'm going to change the name of this video to being Come On, John. No, it's because the infrastructure is already in place, so everybody's on John case. Impact fees, just one reason. John's back for more. My father was in laundry, worked for Maytag selling machines. John, now you're making shit up. Your dad was the Maytag repairman. What do you say to the argument that more personal washers and dryers are in people's homes? Who cares? Laundromats thrive, dude. There's people earning millions. That's not an argument. It's not an art. Just do something else. And thus the clientele is drying up and not increasing. Oh, God. John, I'd say that most people own homes and washers that go to laundromats. Really, dude? Wade says, that hold music is universal, it seems, Danny. We hear that exact same music on our calls in Canada. Wade, we all know you're a client. Leave me alone. Oh, John's back for more. They don't need to own their own homes. Tons of rentals have unit in the laundry. You're right, dude. Laundromats are moot now. They don't even work anymore. You're right. Go start a bookstore. Print is dead. Okay, so you're saying the profit is running the business versus owning the whole building. Good Lord. Landlording is something different. Where are you going to get the money? I consult with people every day that say, I want to be in real estate. Okay, where are you going to get the money? I'll wait. A good job? Luck, the lottery, laundromats. That's where you get the money to do real estate. What time do you stop making calls? Calling the bluff was beautiful. Thank you, Horatio. Marathon, not a sprint. 100%. Why'd you decide to sell your laundromat locations, Danny? I was done. I had several stores that needed to be retooled. I had done it, been there, done it. And keep your mouth shut if you know the money. Okay? I do not need to do this or anything for a living. Life is very, very good. Those that know me personally know that. I was done. And no one sells a successful cash business? Absolutely true. I sold an empire. Are laundromats, 2 words, great place to pick up women? Next. Danny, do you know typically how big an electrical service is for a 2,000 square foot laundromat? What? I don't build laundromats, neither should you. The service is there. You need 3-phase electric, and it better be there or we're not interested. John secretly wants to get the course. Ha, ha, you are correct. Well, I don't care if it's a secret or not. 2 lives in 1 day. It must be a special day. I do 2 all the time. That makes me laugh. It's called an exit. Yeah, and I talk about that in the course, how you need to exit. Show me a guy that's fucking a supermodel. I'll show you a guy that's sick of his wife. I'm genuinely interested in the method, just here to learn. John is back. We've turned him, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate the feedback. John, get the course. It's not expensive. If you think it is, you're wrong. Lumberjack Landlord, love your stuff, Danny. Stay awesome. You guys are awesome. Appreciate each and every one of you. You got to keep your ear to the ground. Danny, I can't help myself. John, Danny, want to buy a SFH in San Antonio for 75% of ARV. No, I don't know what those initials mean. I don't want to buy shit. All right, kids, talk to you soon. Appreciate you. Take your comments and move them down to the comment section in the video, please. Because when we edit this video, the chat goes away. So especially you.